Hey there, how are you? This is Keith, and you are listening to Seen It, T and Keith Talk Film. Today, we're going to talk about Spies in Disguise, the 2019 film Spies in Disguise. It's an animated film. I believe it's from DreamWorks, but we'll find out in a second. It's from, it's an animated film starring Will Smith and Tom Holland. You might know Tom Holland as the current Spider-Man on the Marvel films. Someone already commented. Shout out to Nick. I'm just here recording, Nick. We're just talking about Spies in Disguise today. So let's give a little brief overview. Let's see what Wikipedia has to say about Spies in Disguise. Let me just pull this up in 1 second. I'm definitely going to edit this out. Okay. Spies in Disguise is a 2019 American computer animated spy comedy film produced by Blue Sky Studios. So, sorry, not DreamWorks, but Blue Sky Studios. The same studios that produced Ice Age. And it's distributed by 20th Century Fox, loosely inspired on the 2009 animated short Pigeon Impossible by Lucas Martel. The film is directed by Troy Quane and Nick Bruno, from the screenplay by Brad Copeland and Lloyd Taylor, and the story by Cindy Davis. It stars the voices of Will Smith and Tom Holland, alongside Rashida Jones, Ben Mendelsohn, Reba McEntire, Rachel Brosnahan, Karen Gillian, DJ Khaled, and Masioka in supporting roles. The plot follows a secret agent, played by Will Smith, who is accidentally transformed into a pigeon by an intelligent young scientist, Tom Holland. The two must then work together to stop a revenge-seeking cybernetic terrorist and return the agent to his human form. All right, one last little clip. The film premiered at the El Capitan Theater in December 4th, 2019, and was theatrically released in the United States on December 25th, 2019. It grossed $171 million worldwide and received generally positive reviews from critics, with praise for the animation, music, humor, and vocal performances, particularly Smith and Holland. So I thought that that's funny, because I didn't think that it did well, seeing how Will Smith really didn't promote it, and I never heard from it. I never heard anything about it after it was released. So it's great to see that it did well worldwide. Hopefully they come out with a part 2. Let's watch the trailer really quickly, and then we'll get into my review of the film.
Launch started. Just 3 ounces of pressure to the vagus nerve, and then look at your boy, sleepy night-night.
Lance Sterling, a legendary spy who's always dressed to impress. Walter Beckett graduated MIT at 15 and works in the Tech Innovations Lab.
There are so many gadgets I want to test in the field. For example, the inflatable hug. Kind of a personal protection device I've been developing.
This is a vile waste of taxpayer dollars.
This is your next objective. None of our agents can get close to him.
I have something that can help. It's called biodynamic concealment. Imagine if I can make you disappear. Hey, Lance, look at me.
Look at you? I can see my butt and your face at the same time.
That is so cool. Being a pigeon can make you an even better spy. Pigeons are everywhere and nobody notices them. In fact, pigeons can see in slow motion? That was tight.
Did anyone else see a pigeon?
And pigeons can fly up to 92 miles per hour?
Don't you throw me off this roof!
He'll figure it out.
All right, Kimura, starting. It's about to get messy. Time to go. Sleepy night-night. I miss my hands. I gotta stay.
We have different skill sets. That's what makes us such a great team.
Walter, you're squeezing too. Oh! What happens in the submarine stays in the submarine.
Awesome. So that was the trailer for Spies in Disguise. So what I want to say about this film is, first of all, being a wordsmith, being a linguist, self-proclaimed linguist myself, Spies in Disguise, I love the title. It's a play on words. It's a play on words, and so I really, really, really enjoyed that aspect of the film, and it kind of alludes to pretty much what it's about. So there's there's a spy, and he's going to be in disguise. Will Smith is definitely digestible and believable as the ultimately smooth spy. So when I watch movies, I think about who else could have played this character. And if I could put more than one person in your place, I don't think that you did a good job, right? I should be able to say they chose who they chose for the reason that they chose them for, and I can see the reason why. I really didn't see anybody else playing this role other than maybe Jamie Foxx, but that's probably because we just came off of Soul, and so even then, you don't really like Will Smith is really depicted in a lot of films as this really, really cool character. And so to have him play this role, I think is spot on. I think you could tell that they probably sought him out. Probably even why the character looks a lot like him. I didn't think so originally, but the more I watched and at certain angles, they really did a good job. Banging soundtrack. A lot of it was and it's an EP. It's an EP. There are some original songs that are that you can find on Apple Music, and I'm pretty sure other places. With Anderson .Paak, my guy, Lucky Day is on it. You have the single for the film, written and performed by forget the group's name. My goodness. I'll come back to it. But really good EP. Really do enjoy it. If 20th Century Fox hadn't jacked it up too much, I hope that they do a sequel. That was my point originally, but grossing $171 million worldwide, that is a big deal. But a lot of times they like to base how well a movie does, especially over here. They base how well a movie really is over here in the States. And so hopefully it did well enough in the States for them to come out with a sequel. And hopefully 20th Century Fox ups the ante and ups the promotion on it, because really I didn't see a lot of promotion for it. But maybe that's because I don't really watch a lot of TV and I don't watch a lot of ads, so maybe they did it and maybe they did their thing. But I can't stress it enough, really enjoyed this film to where I hope that they do a sequel. And I don't say that for a lot of films, but I think that they set it up so that they can potentially do other films. It has the right amount of funny. I think that's important in when you're creating an animation, and not just kiddie funny, not just slapstick funny, because slapstick is super easy, slapstick is super cheesy, but the right amount of good banter back and forth, intriguing dialogue, and things of that nature. I think they did a really good job. It wasn't overdone, but it wasn't like, oh man, you had a lot of misses. or you could tell this was supposed to be like your super funny moment in the in the in the production, but it's not there. I didn't get that from it. I thought that it was the right amount. That Will Smith didn't overly Will Smith, but he also didn't underperform. I think it's sad to say that we got it in an animated film and we didn't get it in real time. But to see that, Will Smith can still be the Will Smith that we have come to know and love and be fond of. The writing in the film was great, and you couldn't really tell exactly what was going to happen next. Now, I'm big on predictability and stuff not being predictable, because if we're going to watch a film, we want to watch something that we've never seen before and something that we can't tell exactly what is going to happen next. And I think that they had a great balance of the two, of like, yo, here's some familiarity mixed with, and we know that it's familiar, so we're going to mix it in with some really cool things, and kind of misdirect you a little bit so that we can get to our end goal. And so I thought that was great. Yeah, also, speaking of the right amount of anything, it had the right amount of action. It had the right amount of the element of surprise. It is definitely fun for the whole family. I can see fathers sitting down and enjoying this because of, there was a lot of action in there. Things were blowing up in a kids film. I can see mothers sitting down and watching this because it is kid friendly, but still being able to enjoy it from an intellectual standpoint, even as crazy as it might seem. It's colorful at times, it's dark at times, but it's beautiful at all times. It is, like I said, it's definitely fun for the whole family. Although I still have an issue with black characters being turned into animals and then being that way the whole film, I think he spent adequate time as both. So I still have an issue with it. So I looked at it and I watched it, and I was very meticulous in when and how they were doing what they were doing, and I thought that there was a right mix. If you're going to do it like this. So we see him as a man, and we see him being the man as a black man. Turns into the pigeon, not necessarily nearly as comfortable. That goes without saying. But I won't tell the film. But he's not a pigeon the whole time. He's not a man the whole time. So I thought that, if you're gonna do it well, which I think they did. I don't believe he took advantage of the advantages of being a pigeon. I didn't see that too much, and that's also what makes me believe that there is going to be a sequel to the film. But I would have loved to have seen how he really incorporated his new pigeon nature with the intellect and the mind of a spy. I thought that would have been great. You can tell Will Smith took Will Smith liberties in this film also. But again, it wasn't overdone. Again, I was just happy to see Will Smith be Will Smith. You know what I mean? It was the right amount. It wasn't like, you can kind of tell when directors are kind of starstruck for the person that they're supposed to be directing, to where you see director, when you feel like the director eases off of directing and trusts the acting acumen of the actor, and that's not always a good thing. There has to be a balance between the two, and I believe that they did enough takes where they could say, okay, we'll go for it, or okay, Will, we think that this is going to work best for this, give us a few more takes of that. And they chose from what they chose from, and I thought that they did a great job. They utilized him very well. The trailer deterred me. It never intrigued me or interested me. So I was pleasantly surprised to find that I really did enjoy this film. So I give this film a strong 4 out of 5. I recommend that you all go and watch it. Watch it with your families, or do like I did and watch it by yourselves. But I strongly recommend Spies in Disguise. You will enjoy this. And if you don't, let me know, and let me know why you didn't. This has been Keith, and this has been Seen It, Keith and T Talk Film. Peace.